Come on, Gas, you promised. You remember? I did your chores for a week and let you pick the restaurant twice. We agreed you let me pick this time. Besides, it's not my fault Bloaties is temporarily closed. I'm not the one who called the health department.
I know you didn't. That's why you're still breathing. But if I ever find out who did, they are going to pay.
And I'm paying, so I should pick the restaurant.
You found money in one of Dad's coat pockets in the closet.
A coat he hasn't used in months. Besides, if I didn't, we'd still be fighting over that one orange in the fridge. I can't believe Dad forgot to get groceries again this month.
I can. Fine. I guess it's better than nothing.
This looks like a pretty good place. A little weird looking, though.
You think everything is weird.
Wasn't this place smaller on the outside?
Good evening. How would you like to try our succulent special? Everything delight. It has everything in it.
Okay.
Splendid. One of everything delight. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Okay, maybe that's a little weird.
Thank you. Was that so hard to admit?
Don't let it go to your head. Just pay the man.
Oh no. This order is a free. On the house. Special one-day promotion. Thank you. Come again.
Cool. Free food. Let's go home.
Boy, this bag is heavy.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Or today, I guess. Not really nighttime yet for me, or anyone else watching, I don't think. Maybe it is. Anyways, hi. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the live stream. I am about to do things. I haven't really done anything since we last left off, but I have about an hour today. I figured good of a time as ever to just dive right back in and get to work on it. Yes, it is Zim. He attacked. Can't wait to showcase what Zim's voice sounds like. The voice actor that my wife Lisa, the voice actor she found for Zim for this project of hers. It's gonna be really cool. Anyways, but glad everyone's going okay. Yes, and the game you're working on, all that, yeah. Big project now, so you're working on other things. Cool. Cool. Well, I should probably get back to work here. Where we left off, this shot is going to be where Zim... Actually, why don't I pull up the test footage I rendered real quick? That would be for the best. For anyone who's new here, let me see. Which folder did I put it in? Okay, here. So we're going to go to here. It feeds on noodles. Production files. Okay, we are on scene number, it's labeled as scene 12, demo. Here we go. I was a bit fast on the thing here, so I'll let it loop a few times. But basically what's happening in this shot, as you can see from the rough storyboard I made, let me let it play through again. Okay, so Zim quickly tackles Dib and steals the food. Dib lands, dusts himself off, stands up, notices Zim on his spider legs in the background, and then we switch focus and there's Zim looming ominously above him. So you get the idea of what I'm going for here with the with this shot currently. And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Stanley. I'm working on 2 different Invader Zim projects. One is an Invader Zim fan film that I've been working on since 2013. I have the voices recorded and everything. I just have to actually sit down and assemble the audio and stuff and have people help me out with like a multi-animator project sort of thing. And then there's this one. This one is It Feeds on Noodles. It's an adaptation of a fan fiction, which is based on the unfinished episode It Feeds on Noodles, you know, where Zim turns into a noodle-devouring vampire, and that's about all we actually know about the pitch. It was just a rough idea at the time that Invader Zim was canceled. So my wife, Lisa, she found a fan fiction that she really liked, and she wanted to turn it into a full-on animated project on YouTube, and she got permission from the fan fiction author, Red Witch, over on fanfiction.net, I believe. And yeah, we've just been working on it ever since. She's got all the voices down and stuff, and I'm just sitting here doing, well, almost all the voices. There's a few extras and stuff we still need to record, and a few lines that need re-recorded for some of the main characters like Gaz. But for the most part, it's all done. And I'm just the one in charge of animation, as you can see. So now you're all caught up. All right. You found me through the fan film. Ah, pretty cool. You have to read about that pitch. Yeah, you are now caught up. Basically, the pitch is just that Zim becomes a noodle-eating vampire, and that's all there is to it. But before I draw the characters, how I like to do the animation, I like to do the backgrounds first, or at least frame it first and do the backgrounds first. So that's actually what I'm going to do right now. As you can see here, I have my reference image pulled up in this corner from the previous shot, and that's all these buildings right here that we're looking at now. They have to match the buildings from the previous shot. Obviously, they have to look the same. So we did the brick building last time. It was a ton of work, and I think I'm going to do this building now, this one with the foot label, as we can see right here. And this shot, because Zim's hands sort of come up and cover it, I'll cycle between these 2 images for reference because it'll be easier that way. All right, let me just put this on top. There we go. Yeah, okay. And cycle back and zoom in, and we'll get started. It's going to be a slightly short live stream. Sorry. This stuff, my Invader Zim stuff, is more of a hobby lately because I have to, my normal day job is obviously more important. I got to get that money. I got to, make a living and stuff. But I do like doing this on the weekends as like a hobby. I still enjoy it and stuff. Anyways, that's enough talk for me. Let's get into this. So first of all, this black line right here represents ground level. We never actually quite see it, but it's important to know where it is on our drawing. And if I get rid of the filling on this, actually, let's get rid of the filling on all of these buildings. That was just there so that I could block it out and make it easy to understand how it looks so far. I will get... Did I have a perspective grid? I think I did. Yeah, well, that's only for that one, though. I'll have to make a new perspective grid, but that's okay, because I can just mirror image it. I'll do one for this building now. So how that works for what I'm going to do is, let me just delete this and get a new frame drawn in, and we will get a perspective grid made for this building. And I'll just do this for each building as they come along. Need some extras for voice acting? Yeah, my wife, I should post her channel. I'm just so used to talking about her casually because, I live with her, but let me post her channel in the group, in the chat here. Let me see, Navi Dooms. And whenever you can go ahead and subscribe, and whenever she puts out the casting call for voices and stuff, whenever she's ready for that, she will probably post a video or something letting everyone know that how to apply, where to send the emails or stuff like that. That's her department, so I don't quite know how she intends to do that, but when she does, she'll definitely be posting information there. So there you go, everybody. If that's something you're interested in, I have a link to her channel. And there we go. So now, that's the green alien thing to attack our hero. That's funny. Put that there. And this can be right here. Okay, so this is the basic basically that's accurate for the start and finish of the buildings. And for those of you who don't know, this is my favorite way to do perspective lines when it comes to something like this. In Toon Boom Harmony, which is the program I'm using for animation, what I like to do is I like to outline the start and end of the object where the perspective grid needs to be placed. And I'll take one of them, I'll take them and put them on 2 different frames so that the start is on one frame and the end is on another frame, you see? Let me get rid of the onion skinning here so you know. This is where one side of the building, this is the other side. You can see where it sort of lines up like that. Next, I'm going to do something called morphing, and this is so cool. So what Toon Boom Harmony does is it allows you to actually bend and create the transition frames between 2 basic shapes or lines and stuff, and the computer will fill in the gaps for you. It's meant to be used for animation, but you can just as easily use it for, well, in this case, a perspective grid. Let me show you. So let me tweak the morphing settings real quick. I want it to be high quality, that's for sure. And the camera won't be standing still, so it's going to be kind of hard to follow. But as you can see, well, it's kind of hard to follow. Let me go back to here. Drawing. So we're going. Oh wait, I hit the wrong one. No wonder it's looking weird. This is the one I need. I need to go from this drawing to the other one. You got to make sure you're clicking on the right morphing thing first of all. Speed. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what I'm doing here. And it's morphing towards the wrong one. That's why it's looking funny. I was wondering why my demonstration is messing up. It's because I'm clicking the wrong one. Anyways, here you go. Here you can see when I convert this to drawings. Oh man, talk about awkward. I'm botching the demonstration. Trust me, it looks really cool. And actually, let me drop the amount. Morphing, convert, morphing to drawings. We're gonna call this grid. Why not? Anyways, now that we finally have that, I'll show you. Oh, it's not working? What the heck? Did I morph from the one drawing to the same one? I did! Goodness, I'm dropping the ball left and right. Oh, here we go, finally, finally! So you see the computer's transitioning between these 2 sides of the building that I drew in. It's just a simple line. The computer's transitioning between them. I can copy and paste those frames and use them to create a perspective grid. That's what I was trying to get at, but I royally messed up the presentation, so my apologies there. Okay, let's call this grid 2. Oh, you sent an email, cool. All right, sweet. That might be pretty fun. Let's see, no view. Okay. So now I better get to work on getting this grid in order. Paste, select all, cut, paste, select all, cut, etc. This is the most laborious part of it, but it's still, I mean, it's better than having to do it manually, I find. And then you can know for sure that these grid lines are precision spaced and even. And if you wanted them to be uneven, like if you wanted them to be wider towards one end or the other, then that's just a matter of adjusting the degree at which it eases into the animation. Because from the computer program's perspective, it thinks it's just doing an animation transition. It doesn't realize that you're actually using it for a perspective grid. But as you can see here, boom, I have a series of lines now running perfectly up and down the building, and we are going to be using that. So here we go. This is our drawing here. Let's just trim this, because obviously none of them are actually going to bleed out over the top of it. That would be ridiculous. There we go. And in fact, I could do the same thing going the other direction. I did them going left to right. I could do the same thing going up and down, and it would still look just as cool. And it would still have the right effect. As you can see, I'm being a little sloppy at the bottom because, like I said earlier, none of that's going to be visible in the finished product. All right, now let me see here. Do I have anything on chat that I'm... You still haven't figured out how to get perspective grids to work. You'll have to look it up. Yeah. Basically, when we're doing perspective grids, you can think of it like a vanishing point, and then everything, all the lines that are lined up with that vanishing point all go in that direction. You know, that's basically the way to think of perspective grids. And the best way to do it, I find, the best way to practice is to practice drawing buildings, you know, like this, it's a good practice for people who need to learn or are trying to get the grasp of it. Practice drawing buildings and streets and stuff, where first you could probably do 1 point perspective maybe, where like everything vanishes to 1 point and not more than that, so it stays a little simple. Let's just do this. Let's pretend this is a more detailed drawing than it actually is, because obviously I'm sort of speedrunning it. And then, like, you know, in this instance, if it's 1 point perspective, then literally everything else would be straight horizontally and straight up and down. But everything that has depth, everything that goes away from the camera, actually goes towards that vanishing point. That's the first tip I can give you for perspective. Other than that, I'm not an art teacher. So that's just something I had in mind. Just haven't figured out how to use it for drawings. Okay. Look around for like helpful YouTubers. Honestly, there's some people out there that are really handy for perspective drawing tips. I can't remember the channel, but there was someone who did a. I gotta talk while I draw. Actually, guilty of being a chatterbox here. There's some people, I forget the channel name. There was someone who did that with a car, for example. They drew a car in a perspective grid. It was really helpful, but I know that sounds vague. Honestly, just look up YouTube tutorials. You'll eventually get the hang of it if you watch enough and consume enough tutorials. You'll find some tutorials are more helpful than others. Some speak to you more than others, but that's just the way it is. I know for my part, I don't value every tutorial I come across. Some just have the right explanation or just click with me the right way, so it's like, ah, yes, I understand that. But sometimes it's just like difficult to understand where the person is coming from with their tutorials, and so it's better off to just look it up and consume a variety of content. That sort of stuff helps. In the long story short, I wish I was more of an art teacher, but I am not. Also, why is this not extending? Oh, my F lock was on, that's why. Okay. So now we need to morph these. I want it to be pretty detailed actually on the perspective grid going up. So I will make it 20 frames long. And to do that, I'll just have it end at 150 and start at 130. I'll give it 129, give it a little extra. Oh, whatever, this will be good enough. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, also, want to make sure that morphing here is high quality. Otherwise, it'll look a little jagged, and we can't have that. Okay, yeah, this worked on the first try now. With you can see with the lines that it morphs between. That's handy. Let's go ahead and morphing convert to drawings. We'll call it vertical grid. What I name it doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna delete it in a few seconds when I'm done using it. When it's outlived its usefulness. It was banned? Or was Invader Zim banned? Or do you just mean canceled? Yeah, like you said, some you like, some you dislike. It all depends on which ones speak to you the most. I forgot. This does need to be taken into account. See, it curves out. I forgot to take that into account. Oh well, I can try again. It's really not that big of a deal. I got plenty of time. Let me just be fast. I want to at least get this building done today. That's my goal. I know. Crazy, crazy out of reach goal. But what can I say? I like living on the edge. Alright, so here, let's try this again. I forgot I should actually go a little beyond what the bounds of it are so that if it shifts a little to the left or the right, it still is covered by the morph that I do. There we go. And as for you, it's not going to be perfect. I will readily admit that. It's going to be just okay. but good enough is still good enough. There's something to be said for that. And actually, why don't I leech off of this building's perspective line at the base here, since it does all have to be somewhat cohesive. Let me just, once again, not perfect, but maybe it'll give it a better sort of angle to work with. And to a certain degree, I gotta emphasize, good enough is sometimes just good enough. Like, okay, yeah, it works. I don't really care, it works. But I can see how that's gonna wind up. So I'll backtrack and actually just relocate this to the base of the building and call it a day. All right, cool. That's gonna be our 2 lines to work with. Final decision for me. All right, so we're gonna start at frame 130 and end at frame 150 and morph all the way there. Beautiful. Okay, this is going to be the one we work with, I'm thinking. Let me see, does it... Well, we'll find out. Morphing, convert morphing to drawings. Oh, funny. A lot of Discord servers. There are some invaders in Discord servers. I'm actually a member of a couple of them. Let me see here. Oh, wait. Swiping
Come
away.
on, Gas,
You almost
promised.
saw my private Discord stuff.
Remember? I did your choice for a week and
Let's
let you
not
pick
see
the restaurant
that.
twice.
Okay, sorry. I don't want you to see my personal Discord messages and friends list and stuff, but I will find... There's 3 that I know of for Invader Zim. There's one that's very Spanish-centric, like it's a Spanish Invader Zim server that I was invited to just because the admin was a fan of my channel. It's called Reunion Birkin. That is, if I could go here, Reunion Birkin is one of them. Then another one is... Phase 2 IZRP. That one is pretty cool. Don't let it fool you. It's not strictly RP. I haven't done any RP on it at all. I've only done fan art posting on it, so it's more than just roleplay. And then the last one that I know of is the Invader... What's this? No, it's not the Invader. It's just Invader Zim Network 2.0, all one word, all mashed together like that. Those are the 3 that I'm aware of. So you might check those out. Anywho, why is this freezing on me? Oh, I gotta enter the name of the drawings. I thought that was a loading box that was frozen. Okay, duh. Vertical. Good enough. All right, let's get back at it. This is why I can't get things done. I always stop and talk. Okay. And the reason I don't do both grids at once is because it's too complicated for the computer sometimes, and it'll really mess it up when it tries morphing between them. So that's why I do them individually. And again, if I was wanting to do this by hand, I totally could. But is it really worth it? Or could I just get away with doing it quickly like this and still have the same level of detail that I'm after? Also, let me grab... See, I don't want... I'll just do this. I don't want the building to be bleeding into the other one, so I'll just cut and paste it beneath the other one. There. Yep, that'll do. Good. And then I'll do this, and now we have a workable grid to work with, which is beautiful. Sorry progress is so slow on this particular shot, guys. Life is busy right now, so you take what you can get, right? Oh, long lag. Yeah, sorry, that's just how it works sometimes. Also, yo hablo un poco de español, pero no mucho. What's the word? Hang on. I'm getting so sidetracked. I'll be amazed if I get anything done today. Okay. Estoy aprendiendo español. I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. I'm learning Spanish on Duolingo right now. All my high school Spanish classes are just flooding back into my brain. Okay, so now let me fast forward a bit back to... Okay, so here, we see here, if you can zoom in on this building. Oh, You speak something of Spanish. Yes is escrito is written or to write, right? I'll have to cheat on this one. Yes, if it's written, it's easier for me. I agree. I had to cheat and use Google Translate because I haven't gotten to some of those words yet. But, yeah. Alright, now hang on. This door here, the way I drew it on this building, it's slightly below the door on this brick building here. And it's also a little off to the side, so I'm going to just guesstimate it as being right here. This will be that one door. Heck, I'll make it the same height. It doesn't really matter too awful much. I'll make it that way. That'll be our door for this one. Excuse me. And then the windows go all the way across, but they cut into the door a bit. So actually, they're almost at the top. So let's see here. This means this part is actually supposed to be blank. So let me do that. Yeah, this is all just blank right here. Deep L is slightly better than Google Translate. Oh, I've never heard of Deep L. Is that like a competing service? I mean, I'm all for competition. That sounds cool. Cool. Nice. Okay, and let me just do a cheeky way of getting rid of these lines and stuff. And that. Oh, okay. Let me just get rid of these annoying little bumpy bumps. That is the one downside of working with the pencil tool in Toon Boom, is that sometimes they can be a bit finicky. Alright, so all the detail work on the door, I can just cheese it. I mean, it'll be slightly off if you look at it with a microscope, but I don't think anyone's going to be paying that close of attention to it. So how far up? Is that about halfway up the building? Okay, so this building's obviously taller than the brick building, and just about halfway through the top layer of windows on the brick building is when the main windows on this one run out, as you can see here. So that's where I need to place the line that ends it there. So let me see, halfway up the final layer, that would be about right here. I know I'm giving it way too much continuity. I know it's way more detailed than it needs to be, but I don't care. I think it looks cooler this way. So here we go. I'm carving it out basically with the cutter tool. Basically, it just gets rid of lines that intersect, and it's a nice, easy way to break apart things and keep it smooth, which I fully approve of. Switching laundry. All right, see ya. See ya. Got about 30 minutes left. I hope chat, you guys can entertain yourselves a little bit here. I'm gonna just zone in and try to get my work closer to being done right now, because as you can see, I am lagging a little bit behind where I need to be. So I'm just gonna put on focus mode real quick. You guys talk amongst yourselves. has the hallmark and the one that's in the Hey, have fun! What game engine are you using? I am very curious about that. Click Team Fusion? Perhaps? The one that's Five Nights at Freddy's was made using, the original one? Let me know. I'm curious about that. Very curious. Okay, the foot sign I'll just deal with later, and then the top part I'll deal with later. Now as for these main windows, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the corner sort of space like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's still 19, yeah, duh. So, I think... Okay, here, I'll break it apart there, and there. Boom, boom. There, that's the closest we can get to being accurate, and then should it be every... How many can fill it? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows on this base part. So let's count vertically and divide by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's almost 20. That's about 4 per, so 4, 3, 4, 3 should be enough. Yeah? Okay. Here's one window. Here's another. Here's another. Another, and then the last one. Okay. It's not even per se. I'm not sure I like that spacing. Okay, I hope it goes back far enough. Yeah, buddy. No, not really. Okay, but that's close enough. I think I'll just work from the bottom up. That's one. This line is the edge of it. Yeah, okay. Let's just make that crystal. No, we can't make that crystal clear because we're trying to decide where to cut. Duh. All right, that sounds fun. My wife and I run another channel, Caffeinated Dragon, where we are working on making video games. So, yeah, I can totally relate to wanting to make a game, and the process and the pain that goes into it. Art is definitely a lot of fun, but also time-consuming and a lot of work. But then again, so is everything that's worth doing. And yeah, this is better. Okay, this is the spacing we need. One, two, three, four. Yep, that's how I'll do it. A little funky, kind of backwards, but I'm too invested to go back now. Hello, welcome back. You have switched the laundry. This is a critical task. Do not let your laundry sit in the wash, obviously. I hate it when that happens. Gross. Yeah, definitely do laundry. It's good. What time are we at? Oh, sweet. We're still hovering around about half an hour left. 28 minutes to be specific, but that'll be enough time, I think, to get this building done, color it in. Which is good. Maybe even get started on another one, you know? Who knows? I promise, I'm gonna try to do more work on the buildings and this stuff this upcoming week. It's just, First of the month rolled around, had some tax stuff I need to file, and some stuff at my job came up that made me very busy. So, I know that sounds like a generic excuse, but trust me, it was actually something that came up. So, I was busy this previous week, but that's just how it is. This coming week should be a lot less busy, so I might find time to squeeze in some more work on my hobby here, which is obviously Invader Zim related stuff. We all love Invader Zim stuff. Keep chat, go for it. Yeah, keep chat active. I'm just here to do my thing and stuff. And you guys feel free to just yammer on to your heart's content, honestly. I will pop over once in a while and look over there and moderate if things get out of hand for, like, you know, I don't know if they, you know how the internet is. But yeah, no, just whatever. Cool. Go forth and ramble amongst yourselves, you children. I don't know. Have fun. I'm gonna be just working on this. Let it be for fun. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I am enjoying it. And IZTDM, my fan film. I am looking forward to finally passing the torch off to others to do IZTDM for me with the multi-animator project thing. I think that way I can really turn it more into a community thing and stuff, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah. Okay, here we go. That aside, we are done with the framing of that window. Now let's see here. On this window, I have like a corner cut out of it for a design, just to look cool, I guess. I wasn't really thinking, I just sort of randomly did it. It's always more fun coming up with the building designs than it is to try and consistently draw them the same way when you're on the next shots or panels. So, yay. But it's sort of like the top corner starts about 3 in, and it drops to the middle of the second row. So from here to about here. And it has to curve a little bit so that it looks like it matches the perspective. I am going to cheese it a little bit, but that should basically be how it looks according to the previous shot. Nice, okay, perfect. Continuity is being maintained. I don't know why I labeled the building foot, but I did. So that's the sign I'm going to put there eventually. But first, let me zoom out here and go to the next frame in this sequence. Here, we have this little vent thing I put up top. I should probably do that real quick before I forget, because I could see myself forgetting. And in fact, I should also draw the lip of the building around here, sort of mirror it like that. Yeah, and then bring it up and stuff. Yep, there. That would be the bottom edge. And just use this line as a reference, not for anything serious. And there, I could give us a rough idea. Yeah. So now we're looking at the bottom edge of the whole lip there. Then we need the side view, like so. I am guesstimating here. Technically this is breaking the laws of perspective, but again, it's such a small detail and it's not going to be the main focus, so I feel like I can get away with it. Granted, it is going to be in focus more because this is the shot that the camera pans up and ends on this view, but I can tell when I can sort of cheapen out a little bit on the accuracy, you know? Okay, need this, and this. I need to drag them down. You know what? No. I'm just gonna use a normal line and cheese it. I love cheese. I like cheese on my pizza, and I love cheese in the animation. That's fine by me. Let's stuff you've made up. Things about Irkins before packs. Just stuff you've made up for fun. Primitive Irkins, yeah. Other people's headcanons to parts you liked. Alright, cool. Cave dwellers. Yeah, I think usually that's just because the reasoning, I think you can look at it from 2 ways. You can look at it from the outside story justification for things, which is usually just because to mirror humans and the stereotypical caveman. And then the in-story justification, like you're saying, for fandom writers, probably with the big bug eyes and all that jazz. Creepy crawly sort of things. Wetter, yes. So, yeah. There's the other thing, too. Depends on what angle you're going for. Like, for you, you wanted it to be cute. For me, I love making my Invader Zim stuff, my Invader Zim fan art stuff, disgusting and creepy. And for other people, they just like a mix of the two or something just cool. Some people like making their stuff look just cool as heck. So you really got to pay attention to what goal you're going for with your fan stuff. Well, you don't have to take it super serious. It's a hobby, right? But if you're wanting, like, my advice is pay close attention to the angle you're going for and definitely commit to it. Because I have found that I never like the results personally. Whenever I'm doing something and I can't decide on a feel, it comes out wishy-washy and I wind up disliking it. So that's my goal for a lot of my fan projects, is to settle on an atmosphere and a feel, be that comedy, horror, creepiness, whatever, and just run with it, you know? Have fun. Okay, so now we have the lip of the windows here. Now I do need to extend them out slightly. Definitely do need to do that. Creepiness a lot cute. Yeah, you just gotta do it, right? You just gotta go for the jugular there. I guess I'll start with cutting out where I think the lips sort of separate from each other on the window ledges, and we'll just go from there. Ah! Be gone with you. Unwanted line. Okay. Actually, it looks fine. How much time do we have? 20 minutes? I will come back to that. How about that? I'll come back to that if I have enough time after I draw the sign. That way I'm not taking up too much extra time doing things that are extraneous details that don't actually matter, you know? Prioritization, that's important too. Okay, so where do these pegs fall? I guess they're like straight down the middle, kind of. Alright, I mean, I can work with that. They don't need to be exact again, but close enough that the audience isn't going to scratch their heads when they're watching the finished product. You go here. No, I'm not going to be that extra. I was about to recreate the perspective grid for this small section and just... Yeah, I'm going to be that extra. Dang it, curse me! Why am I like this? Okay, here we go! I can't help myself. I just have to. You don't understand. I have no choice but to be like this. Okay. So here's the bottom. Gosh darn it, Stanley. Why are you... Oh man. Okay, there's the rough sort of top. Cool. And then we're gonna go side to side. So let's have this. We'll mirror the building right here from the lip there all the way that way, and the other side can be like this. And I'll just do one axis at a time, obviously. So here we go. First I'll do the sideways ones because that'll be more relevant when I'm drawing these pegs, believe it or not. So here we go. Time to let her rip. It's not so bad, but man, born in Malini, voice for voices rap Tom. Cool. Both of you are saying some pretty cool stuff about the fan game for you, Manny, and then of course with Keynotes, just general fandom ideas. It's pretty cool. Keep the creativity going. Hopefully you can find a voice actor. I don't know if anyone in the chat is willing to jump in. I try not to promote other fan projects too much, because if I start promoting one, I'm going to have to justify not promoting all of them, and then it becomes a whole mess. So that's why I'm trying to keep my hands off for the most part. It's nothing personal. It's just I try to keep that as a general rule that I put on myself. This one. Is that too much? That might be. Well, that might be more than enough, I mean. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. Okay, cool. We got our perspective grid down. I forgot that part of the reason I did so just overkill was because I just needed a good reference. So, yeah, I have it now. That's done. Very good. I can get rid of all these other frames that we don't need. And you, my friend, are coming with me. More drawing. Convert, and we're going to call it grid because it doesn't matter. Once again, even if I name it something that's going to be the same name as something else later, it's irrelevant because I'm doing every other one actually. Where did they go? What? Why did they disappear? Hang on. Okay, they shouldn't have disappeared like that. I think that was just a glitch. Morphing. Let me crank it up to high quality too. I don't want it to be messy. Okay. Convert morphing to drawings and grid. Okay, there. I don't know. Something went wrong there. Will I make another Q&A video? I don't plan on it. Like, it's been so long since I've been in contact with almost everyone who's voice acted for the project. I don't know if I'd be able to get them all together for another Q&A video, honestly. That was more of like a one-time thing that I did just to drum up some hype for a fan project. Maybe? It just depends. It really just depends on circumstances. I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to err on the side of probably not, so I wouldn't get your hopes too high, honestly. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just basically how it is. Okay, and here is my grid. So now, since I'm just going to use this as a reference, I'll actually paste it onto the next frame over, and we're just going to use the onion skin to refer to it. For those of you who don't know onion skin, that's just a phrase, because onions have layers. Onions have layers! So anyways, when you say onion skin in terms of animation, you're just referring to the slightly transparent version of the next and previous frames, just to give you an idea of what's coming up and what's just behind you. But in my case, I'm using it to refer to these grid lines, because I'm using them as guides. So let's see, we want one about like, oh hey, let me change the color on this brush, by the way. That might help. Okay. So we need them about spaced a third apart. We'll put it right here to maybe here. So what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, well, let's just count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a little extra there. Okay, this is where they are going to be spaced vertically, and then horizontally, also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so right here. So there, there, and there. Measurements are important. It makes sense. So this is where those pegs are going to be. And now, just accept it. I don't know, just accept it. That's funny. So let's see here. And now I can use these grid lines to sort of help me pin down where the pegs at the start of this are going to go. Okay, so they stick out a little bit, and then they, like, actually, why don't I just cut and paste and scale it up slightly? So you would be right here. I know that one has a sort of a knob on it. It's sort of, actually, why don't I deal with that before I go any further? Let's smooth that out. There! Oop, there we go. Same with you. Why you look ugly? Don't look ugly. Look beautiful. You circle. And okay, that other one's fine. All right, so now if I just cut undo, paste, bring in, move to the side slightly, and then bring them a little closer together. These are all angled up, actually, because we're looking up at them. But the further to the top they are, the more extreme the angle will be, because of perspective. So, now let me connect them. Tangent lines have always been the hardest for me, I will admit. But I feel like I'm getting better. We will see if that's the case, but I feel like I'm getting better. Okay, there. Okay, these are looking like good lines for that. Let me drop them onto the color art layer. Good, now they're... No, wait, I don't need to do that. What am I thinking? I can just leave them as is. It's not like those grid lines are actually there. Okay. Okay, see, this is what I mean. Yeah, okay, I need to do some overlap there, and yeah, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I need to fix that. First, let me get rid of these dots. They're just not supposed to be there. Then I'll get rid of this. Let's see what we're working with here. That's actually almost right. Let me just flatten them, and then I'll tweak them after the fact. Oh yeah, 10 minutes. Are you serious? Oh gosh, okay. Speed run, speed run, speed run. Let's not waste any time. As if that isn't what I've been doing this entire live stream. Alright. There's that one. That one looks good, that one looks good. They do actually look fine. Let's bring up the reference again. So it's got 3 links and then it's attached to the side. Okay. Cheese time. Everyone loves cheese. Unless you're lactose intolerant or just don't like cheese. But other than that, everyone loves cheese. So it's time to cheese it. I'm just gonna get a rough angle on these that looks good enough, and it will have to be good enough. Okay, these I'll actually have to bring to a secondary frame because they're currently overlapping the brick building, and that would be awkward to have to work around. So there's that. Let us commence with Operation Get Rid of the inside of those. Circle that. That's where that meets that, and that's where that meets that. Like I said, next week I guarantee you I'll have more that's actually beneficial and worthwhile. But for now, you get what you get. I just have to find the spare time to complete what I intend to set out to do. If that makes any sense at all, which it doesn't. Ah, come on. I can do it, yes! I will do this! Convert brush strokes to pencil lines. Ah, come on! Okay, I can still do this, yeah. So I convert brush strokes to pencil lines. Pencil lines are easier to work with. I don't know why I just didn't use pencil tool, but it's just because I'm not thinking clearly today. Clearly I'm not thinking clearly. Okay. Line like this. It comes in 3 parts. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. Can't have it showing up like that. Ah, the tangent. Okay, 1. I'll scale it up just so it cuts off properly. There we go. Good stream. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm happy for the company, honestly. I'm glad you're showing up and just rambling about Invader Zim stuff and your fandom ideas and just all that general stuff. It's nice. I enjoy having people who are regulars. So you're definitely very welcome to join in every time. This is fantastic. There, no, there. Sure, why not? It'll look good enough at a glance. I gotta remember that's the litmus test here. Now for the sign's body itself. For that, I'll actually move over again. So here we go. How did the sign look? It's just foot. Very interesting sign, I know. And it looks like it's a quarter of a circle that's really stretched. More of an over. Actually, it's more of a box shape that's really stretched and just got rounded edges. So I will do that. Like this and this. Now to morph it. Like so. Very good. Got a sharp edge at the top. But then it curves out and down. Then at the bottom it comes down and curves like so. This is the penalty for not thinking when I draw the initial drawings of these objects, and I just decide to leave it to future Stanley to maintain continuity. And I'm gonna do it again, is the thing. I just know myself too well to think that this would be a one-time issue. Nah, I'm going to constantly do things like this. All right, so there's that. Let's give it an edge, obviously. Ow, the edge. It is an edgy boy. Here, link it up with line art. Bada bing, bada boom. Make that nice and crispy clear. There we go. That bottom's looking fine as is. All right, now this foot thing comes in 3 layers. There's the rim, there's the outer line, and there's the text. Okay, so the rim, we'll just scale it down a little bit, make it a little skinnier, make it look appropriate in the perspective, etc. Actually, let me get rid of the snapping feature. It's just snapping to everything. That's not what I want. And since the perspective is angled down, we need the upper part to be a little thicker than the lower part. It's the perspective of looking up, sort of. That'll be good. And then, here, I'll color it in real quick. Where's our bright neon pink? There it is. There's the beautiful bright neon pink. We will paste it and scale it appropriately within the rest of the sign. Very good. The reason I'm actually coloring this ahead of time is because the line art is colored, so it just makes sense to actually have it colored here. And then as far as the font goes, I think I can just get away with getting a wavy line going. Yeah, okay. So let's just F-O. Doesn't need to be accurate. I mean, it doesn't need to be exact. It just has to be in the spirit of things. Also, I haven't been paying attention to chat. Hang on. Let me check it out after this. Oh, that looks good. Okay, what? Hello! David Moses. Hi. I don't know who Asuko is. That means nothing to me. Okay. Smooth it out, scale it big, smooth it out, and then shrink it. Almost done, almost done. Gonna go now, cool. Okay, bye. It's okay for leaving early because you're only missing like 3 minutes of the stream, so thank you for sticking around. Catch you later, etc. Have a good one. Alright, and there. Foot sign is done. I think we did it. I think we can say we have successfully made this building look good. Now I just need to color and then paste. So what colors are we working with here? I guess it's something like this. No, it's more like this. Aha, yep, that's the one. Then we can paste this on top of this and make it, well, we got grind gray 1 and 2, or grind gray and purple gray or something like that. Yeah, so these are like that. The other half is hidden because the sign is covering it. That's why it's not visible there. The other little knobby thing. Oh, what's this? It's not filled in. Okay. Well, I can fix that. There we go. Cool. The foot sign is complete. Flatten that, cut, paste it onto this. Flatten everything in there. Very good. We just need detailing on the doorway below, and also we need to draw in the box up top. Okay, freehand time. Oh wait, no. Let's do this, use the line. Okay, boom. About right here, it's kind of at an angle. Let's link them. Okay, 1 minute left technically, but I can go a little bit over. It's my live stream. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. So I will. All right. Like this. And I can adjust the angles of everything in a second, like so. Very good. And then they all just need to go up again. And then connect again. Looking a little funky, but that can't be helped. Better. Okay, I'll call that good. And then the last thing I need to do is the door and color it in, and we're good. So, gotta go. See you later. See you. Bye, 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 bye. Almost done here for anyone who's sticking around. We will definitely get this done right now. So, door, it has a window and a handle. We can do that. Let's make a window like so. Oh, and it also has that halfway detail. There's the handle and the halfway detail like that about. And let's cut that. There we go. Sweet! Okay, that is mission accomplished. Now I just need to color it in and we are set. Yes! Feeling very happy with that. Alright, so let's first do the main building color. Looks like I've colored it a sort of cement purple gray there. Yeah. Then we have this color for the dimmed out windows. Then for the inside of them we have... Where is it? I think I'm using this color actually. And just adjust the gradient later. Actually, I can get away with actually doing this. How many times did I say actually just then? Too many times. Here we go. That's the one. I'll work with it for now. No, I won't. Boom. Let me make this just a dark purple to match it. I don't feel like doing the gradient right now. So I won't. There we go. Now, dim windows color for these. And we have that dark purple color again on the door and the handle for some reason. I don't pretend to know what I was thinking. I was probably just rushing, like I am now. Wow. Okay. And as for the top of it, what is it? Is that just purple? Yeah, it's just a sort of a purple color for the rim of the building, and then the same grime gray for everything up above it. So I'm gonna do like that. And that. These all can be grime gray. Sticking with the color palette I'm working with, and then the lightish purple for there. Boom, done. There we go. So thank you everybody for watching. No, hang on. Timeout. We're calling it timeout. I don't like that color actually. I think it's better if it's cement. No, we used cement accent. Yes, I like that better. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am sorry that I didn't get more done today and that there wasn't more done by the time I showed up. Like I said, busy week. But I'm going to try and squeeze in a little more time this coming week and then have more for you by the time I come back. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, you guys have a great time, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye! Where is the outro? I always miss it. There it is. Bye!